All right, we've talked about condos, we've talked about townhomes. Now let's jump into single family homes, the third part of this Aggie Parents Property series. If you're wondering whether buying a house in College Station is right for your student and your own investment goals, this is where we break it down. Single family homes are probably the more traditional choice. They give you full ownership of not only the house, but the land too. It really comes with everything. For Aggie parents who want long-term flexibility, great appreciation, and more control over their property, single-family homes can be a great option for you. Now, with this being a super powerful choice for Aggie parents here in College Station, they come with a lot more responsibility, so it's crucial you know both sides of the coin. Following the format of my previous two videos, we're going to run through a quick few pros, followed up with a few cons about some single family homes. The first and probably most important pro I have written down here in my notes is the full ownership and the full appreciation. You own the land, you own the house, and any other improvements on the property itself. That means your property will typically appreciate more consistently compared to a condo or even a townhome. It really is the classic way to building some equity and long-term wealth in real estate. Moving on, the next pro that I have is flexibility and control. If you want to add a fence, add a garden, get you a nice patio going out there, you can do that. Single family homes give you the freedom to customize and improve your property to boost your resale value. This is huge. Now, if you're in an HOA, which is fairly common here in College Station, you need to make sure that you're abiding by those rules, but everything outside of that's fair game. All right, next pro that I have is the wide market appeal that these single family homes often have. These homes attract a much larger buyer pool than townhomes or condos. And by buyer pool, I mean interested buyers in the real estate market. Whether it's families, retirees, renters, students moving to the area, these properties are highly marketable to more people in the real estate market. With these homes being so versatile, you often have a lot more market demand when you're going to resell them or even rent them out to future students. With these being such a versatile option, you're typically looking at more demand whenever it's your time to sell this property. All right, with those pros out of the way, let's get into a few cons that I'm often talking to Aggie parents about. First one I have is a higher price point. Single family homes can cost more up front. You may need a little bit larger of a budget compared to condos or townhomes, but for many parents, the trade-off is stronger appreciation and a higher exit value. Okay, moving on to the next one, we have full maintenance responsibility of these homes. Unlike condos and townhomes, there's no one maintaining the front yard, roofs, or any exterior repairs that may be needed. All of that responsibility is on you and your student who will be living at the property. For out-of-town parents, sometimes that looks like hiring a property manager to come by and check on the house to make sure everything's going smoothly. Other scenarios are having a good long talk with your student. Joking aside, no one knows your kid like you, so if you're going to be looking at these styles of property, ensure that they are prepared and ready to take on all the responsibilities of homeownership. Okay, next, let's talk about some vacancy and management risks you might encounter as a homeowner of these single family homes. With a larger property like this, you have more responsibility if it's vacant or if a tenant randomly moves out. A single family home is a bigger monthly payment that you're gonna have to be carrying if your property is sitting vacant. When it's graduation time and you're planning on holding the property, you have to be super strategic whenever you're having these tenants move in and out of the property to make sure that you're not putting yourself at risk for having a vacant home. I can help guide you on setting up these parameters. That way that's never a risk for you as the owner. Many parents choose to hire a property manager to keep things running smoothly while they and their student are gone, especially after graduation when it goes from student housing to an actual rental property. All right, here's the bottom line. Single family homes give you the most ownership, the most appreciation possibility, and the most flexibility as the owner. They really are the option that feels most like a long-term investment and not just another student housing project. If you've been following this series, you now know condos, townhomes, and single families, and the pros and cons of each of them. The right choice depends on your family's budget, your students' needs, and of course your own investment goals for the long-term plan. This wraps up our three-part series. If you'd like me to help determine which property style is best for your Aggie and your own investment goals, reach out to me. I do this every single semester, and I'm happy to help your family do so as well. I put together a free Aggie Parent Homebuyer Guide located in the description of this video. Feel free to shoot me a subscribe so you're not missing any of my next posts. That being said, I will see y'all next week.